and thank you so very much for choosing DGTV. I'm glad that you're watching today's program. My name is Joseph Okiu, and this is Career Talk. And remember to talk to us in our social media platform, DGTV, of course, on Facebook, DGTV on YouTube, and DGTV on Instagram and Twitter. Today we are talking about electrical and electronics engineering. That is why I'm wearing this cap, although it is heavy. We have in studio Mr. Paul Mwangi and Brother Frederick Lukandi. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us all about electrical and electronics engineering. Thank you so much, and I believe that by the end of the day, you as a viewer who wants to do something in electrical and electronics engineering, especially to our Form 4 candidates who are actually almost doing the exams, you have to choose this career path, because I'm told by Brother Paul and Frederick that this is a course that is almost making money every day. Karibu sana. Thank you so much, brother, for having time and talking to us with your busy schedule, sir. Let us start with you, sir. When we are talking about electrical and electronics engineering, what does that mean?
When we talk about electrical and electronics engineering, it simply means that it is an engineering, part of engineering department that involves electrical installations, electrical repairs, electrical maintenance. It all involves anything to do with electrical in the machines, electrical installations in the house. Yeah.
Everything included that deals with electrical.
Sure.
Now, when it really narrows down to that layman's language, how can you define electrical and electronics to that layman person who is outside there, wants to do electrical and electrical engineering, but that definition is quite big? How do you narrow it down to an extent that he or she will understand?
Yeah, in a simple way, people normally say that electrical engineering involves that now installation of light, installation of, you see that when the building, the house has been constructed,
okay,
we all need light.
Okay.
Now that installation of light, it is part and parcel of electrical engineering. Why call it electrical engineering? We call it electrical engineering because the one who is doing it is a professional. A professional engineer. Yeah.
Okay. Brother Paul, when someone talks about electrical and electronics engineering, what comes in mind is all about light. Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you actually say when you talk about electrical and electronics? Because these are two things that we are talking here.
There is electrical and also electronics. So at the electrical, there is many basics and also major things that we do find in electrical engineering. So at the electrical, also there is motor installation. So when you can look in this way, electrical has more about motors and also electronics. Electronics, it's about also television, networking, and also any gadget that is related with electronics field.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when a person wants to venture into this career, how can you talk about it generally?
So first of all, you must have a passion, and also you can choose it as a career. So at electronics, we are more based about doing our repair in electrical, or you can choose to installation. It's a installation of light, installation of sockets. Yeah, and also you can either choose to do with installation regarding motors.
Okay.
So when we look at motors, we can look at big industries, for example, Coca-Cola companies.
Okay.
Coca-Cola companies have maintenance. And other maintenance, we normally have those repairs, those maintenance. We have different types of maintenance, predictive, corrective, breakdown maintenance. So it's according. So we normally we urge student, or we tell student the importance of motor, the motor rewinding or electrical installation. So it's according to his perspective to choose which field he can like to do.
Fair enough. Brother Frederick,
yes.
When it comes to electricity, People are so afraid. I'm one of the people who at a bulb ikichomeka pale nyumbani, I cannot even come closer to that.
Yes.
How are you going to prepare a student, or rather, how are you going to take that as a career path, yet you're afraid of electricity?
Yeah. Number one, for you to be able to do any electrical, either it is repair or installations,
Okay.
you must have that confidence. Number two, you must have skills. Number three, dedicated. Number
Okay.
four, risk taker.
So the career path of electrical and electronics is all about risk.
You risk and you dedicate yourself.
Okay.
You see, when we say you dedicate yourself, it means that you have learned and you have some skills. Now you want to go to practice these skills, but you are going there to practice these skills with the knowledge.
Okay.
So you cannot go to handle anything concerning electrical without knowledge.
Okay.
So that's why we normally teach or train our students on how to handle. Either you are going to do installation for a bulb, they know the procedure to follow.
Okay.
They know that for them to change either a bulb or to store a bulb, they must switch off the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
The industry is a multi-billion sector that has a lot of things. You cannot work without electricity. How do you describe the industry now? Since the 19th century, when electricity came to now, things have evolved. How can you describe the industry so far?
The industries, there is no industry that can function without an electrical technicians.
Okay.
There isn't. Every industry, they must require an electrical technician. And one of the role of electrical technicians in the industry is, number one, to keep on regular checkings of electrical machines like generators, like if it is in a hospital, you check all things concerning electrical. Number two, installation of equipment and machines. Number three, repair and maintenance.
Okay.
So there is no industry that can function without an electrical technician.
Okay.
So you will find that nowadays, every companies, they are in need of electrical technicians. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Brother Paul, while I want to ask you this thing seems to be very heavy in the head of a person, but you work with it because it is part of safety.
Yeah.
Now, how do you have to maintain wearing this the whole day?
So the first thing in electrical field, it's about safety. Safety is a major aspect that we deal with. So you must be able to stay with that gadget or that kofia for the time being, because for one, it prevents you from falling objects. So we measure by using it regularly with time, it normally you catch up and you cope with it.
You see, some of us thinks that you just wear it for the sake of beauty and making sure that you're okay.
No, it's because of safety.
Okay.
Yeah, we prevent from falling objects. Yeah, and many things that can fall from up to.
Okay, Brother
down
Paul,
level.
when you look about electrical and electronics, you see in villages and many parts and many people are taking risk in doing this kind of a course, and you find it, people are just careless, making sure that you call someone who is an electrician and he comes do some shady works. Now, my question to you is that how are you able to identify that this is a professional electrician rather?
So, for instance, when you have completed your course for electrical and electronics engineering, you'll be given a certificate. You'll be provided by a certificate with a recognized institution. This certificate, it indicates the level that you have undertaken.
Okay.
So, for example, if it is NITA, in NITA level, anyone can do. For a NEET dropout, someone who have never gone to school can do a NITA. This NITA, it includes a grade test. It starts from a grade 3, grade 2, then grade 1. So he or she, when he's done with this course, he's being given a certificate. This certificate normally shows that he have already undertaken that course.
Okay.
So after that, we normally have artisan, diploma, and certificate. Yeah. So at the end of the course, he or she has been given a certificate and is provided with that certificate to show that you have done that course, and it's all about it. Also, when you have completed your course, there is a certain certificate that is given by government, whereby you are supposed to be given a small test, then you undertake the test. So the government at the end of the day provide you with that small gadget or certificate that shows that you are qualified and you can do any installation. Yeah.
So has that probably removed the quacks in the industry?
Yeah. When you provide that certificate, the qualified people who knows about the certificate normally have that confidence that when you are doing any or you are performing any installation in the industries, it is guaranteed. Yeah.
Brother Frederick, there is this notion that people are saying that you have to be genius for you to do electrical and electronics. What can you say about that?
It might be true.
At some extent.
To some extent.
Okay.
But sometimes it is also commendable you be an average student.
Okay.
An average, it means that somebody who can get skills, who can get knowledge, internalize the knowledge, and go to the field to practice what he has been taught.
Okay.
For you to excel or to pass in electrical and electronics engineering, there are some things that you need to consider. Number one, your performance, more so in science. Science that is physics and chemistry.
Okay.
Because those are some of the things that some of the areas that we get energy. Now when we come to the college, we go deeper to those
Subjects that someone
like
has.
for instance, in secondary school in Form 3 physics, we learned about heating. We also learned about electricals, some batteries. But when you come at the college, because this is an engineering and you want to go to the deeper level, deeper thinking, deeper knowledge, now you come here, you are introduced to solar. How solar and the battery and inverter and solar controller work together. You see now?
Okay.
So for you to excel, for you to pass in electrical, you must have prepared yourself well in secondary school in terms of science subjects.
Okay.
Number two, commitment. Because you might be wise. You might have scored very well, good marks in Form 4, good grade. But when you come to college, you have that overconfidence that you know.
Okay.
Instead of listening to your trainer, instead of going deeper and doing some research, you start to ignore those small things. You find yourself, you will not make it. So commitment and self-driven is another aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Commitment and self-drive is one of the most important things that Brother Frederick is telling us today. Remember this conversation, you can keep it on our social media platform. You can follow us on our social media platform, DigiTV, Facebook, DigiTV, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We are there. Remember, you can also text us or give us an SMS or a call on 0791 300 105. That is our SMS number. You can ask a question concerning electrical and electronics engineering career path And Brother Paul and Brother Frederick, let me just include you, all of you as brothers, because I understand that brothership is a little bit higher. You will talk to us later on that.
Yes.
Now, Paul, when you talk about the average between boys and girls who are venturing into this career path, how can you range that?
So in this time, in earlier past, this course more of which male students. The people think in the society but that male students are supposed to do electrical engineering. But in our life today, female gender is doing very well in our field because they have the commitment. Yeah, they have the commitment and they are ready to do the job given. So we emphasize more students, more which they are female students who are supposed to do this course to start and do it now. Because this career or this course more emphasize about electrical installation. You can do whichever gender you are in. You can do it and you can perform very well.
Fair enough. Brother Paul, Frederick, rather, this brother is making me call all of you brothers. Brother Frederick, a student has been admitted here at Uzuri Institute or in whatever institution. How do you make sure that this person is qualified to take this as a career path in electrical and electronics?
Number one, I check on her result slip, the Form 4 result slip.
Okay.
The Form 4 result slip will tell me a lot which level is that student should he take. Like for instance, C minor and above is supposed to take a diploma.
Okay.
But you will find that somebody may get C minor, but in mathematics and physics, he got a D minor. So automatically you tell this person to start in certificate.
Okay.
Because more in engineering, there is a lot of mathematics.
Okay.
So when he go to engineering with that grade in mathematics and in physics, he may struggle. But when he go to certificate, he will do certificate 1 and certificate 2. Immediately after completing his certificate 2, he will avoid diploma 1 by being promoted to diploma 2.
Okay.
So it will be advantage to him. Number 2, it will also be advantage to him or her because he'll have 2 certificates.
Okay.
Number 1, certificate in electrical and electronic engineering, and if he agreed to do the diploma, and also diploma in electrical and electronic engineering. So the moment this person will go to the market or industry for an interview, he will be so advantaged than a person who did a diploma. I have my friend who worked at Uzuri. He started doing electrical and electronics by certificate. And he is doing well.
Now he is a professional.
He is a professional.
He has taken this as a career path.
Yes. Number 2, if a person has scored maybe D minor, that and D, that person can take artisan. Now we ask ourselves, what is the differences between a certificate and an artisan? The differences come, number 1, in terms of learning. The artisan take 1 year for him to complete his course.
And he is an engineer.
Yeah, and he is an engineer.
He has qualified.
Yes, he is qualified. You can find him at Mujengo. Or you can find him at Mujengo. At the same Mujengo, you can find a diploma. At the same Mujengo, you can find a certificate. What is more important is the knowledge that has been equipped to him all. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that information. And now a student has come, and how do you put the student in categories? Probably Brother Frederick has talked about the grades the course. Now this student has landed at Uzuri, and you want him or her to choose electrical and electronics as a career path. How do you make sure that he agrees or she agrees to do this as a career path or as a course?
So when anyone wants to do a career and he comes here in Uzuri, the first thing we do is ask him what do he expect. Yes, so for now, for example, if someone wants to do that electrical installation, he'll come here at a workshop. He'll either prefer to do motor installation. He can say, I normally like to work with motors. So when someone chooses to do with motors, there is a certain field. So there is something that we didn't mention there earlier. In electrical engineering, there is two main fields. There is power option and there are telecommunication. Yeah, so at the power option, we are mainly the motor installation, lighting installation, and also something to do with, we can say motor installation, socket installation, shower, yeah, alarm, yeah. And at the telecommunication, they are networking. So we normally look this student and we see and ask him which field can he want to emphasize on. So when he chooses telecommunication, we'll direct him on that field, and we'll also teach her on that field. When also he chooses power option, we'll go in that field, we'll start the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brother Frederick, what is the difference between power option and telecommunication as Paul is saying?
The differences between power and telecommunication is that in power, just the way the word, here it is the installation or knowledge on power. Like we have Kenya Power. They supply power, they supply electrical power. Now in power, when you take electrical and electronics power option, you will be equipped or you will get knowledge on how to install anything that has power, anything that shall use power. But telecommunication, it's all about networking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Networking when it comes to communication. All right.
And Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah.
So the installation and maintenance,
Yeah.
it falls under telecommunication.
Yes.
Fair enough. Where do you work while getting all this experience? You have sat on class for 2 years, 1 year, and done the certificate. Where do you work? Somebody will ask this, where do I work after gaining all these?
Yeah. So when you have completed your course, there is many fields that you can go to work. For example, the first thing, it's the site. At the site, when there is site ongoing, there is lighting installation, there is data, there is Wi-Fi installation. So the first point you can work, it's any industry or any site that is ongoing well. So the second point that either you can go and work is in school. For example, here there is maintenance. You can go and work in any institution. And the third, you can go and work in the industry. For example, in industry, there is maintenance. You can work at the maintenance, at a technician. Yeah, also you can go into hospitals. Hospitals are machines that use electricity, maybe X-ray, and any machine that uses electricity, you can work there as a technician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brother Frederick, is there self-employment in this career path called electrical and electronics?
Yes. You have self-employment. You can start a business. You can opt or choose to start electrical and electronics workshop.
Okay.
You employ yourself. You'll be selling. You'll be supplying electrical equipment such as cables, breakers, bulbs,
bulb is
socket, anything. And you will be getting money because Nowadays, people keep on building houses.
Okay.
So they normally go so far getting those tools. So you can start a business
Okay.
that will give you an employment under electrical and electronics. Yeah.
So it is all about just choosing it and working on it.
Yes, you can also choose to be an electrical installation man. You'll be taking a contract. After the house has been contracted, you say, I'll take all, I'm the one to install electrical there. And you'll be given, and you get good money with profit, and you enjoy this course.
All right. Paul Mwangi, after you have done the advancement, the diploma thing or certificate, is there any advancement you go now, you become an engineer?
Yeah.
People call you an engineer.
Yeah.
And that is a big title, of course.
Though also at this level, at the certificate and diploma, you are an engineer. But you can also advance. There is higher diploma.
Okay.
Yeah, at the higher diploma, you continue. So when a higher diploma, after you are done with your diploma, the diploma level, you normally go direct to the higher diploma. It takes almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, after you are done with your higher diploma, you can continue with your degree. Yeah, also the degree according to your, according to the level where you started. Maybe when you are done with your diploma, you can do that degree for 3 years. After you are done with your higher diploma, you can do a degree with 2 years. And after you are done with your degree, you can continue and pursue your master.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and so on and so forth.
It goes to that
up
point.
to a PhD. Yeah.
So it all starts from that level of certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone do a degree without doing a certificate?
Yeah, you can do, but this you must have attained that grade.
Okay.
Yeah, you must have attained the grade to go to a campus level.
Okay.
That is above. For now, let's say B and above. You are qualified to do the degree level.
Okay.
But you can't do a master before you have done. You have not done your degree.
You have to start from that level that you will have to have that thing that is to push you in that. Brother Frederick, let's talk over the reason towards why. Why do you advise, or what can you talk about this course? Why is it important?
It is so important because electrical and electronics engineering is so important. Because as I said previously when we were starting, I said that in everywhere you go, in every industry, not the only industry, but everybody in the world require electrical technician. I ask you a question. You have a phone. Ikiharibika, where do you take it?
Kwa fundi wa simu.
Wa simu. Specific fundi wa vitu vya stima.
Okay.
So you require an electrical technician. So one of the important of this course is that we are the requirement in the world and in the daily basic. Yeah.
So why should you advise someone to choose this as a career path?
Number one, I would advise a person to choose this as a career path because of the following. Number one, market. It's so marketable nowadays. Electrical engineering and electronics, it is so marketable.
Okay.
As we said that every industry requires technician. Every day there is an interview in different industry requiring an electrical technician. Number two, people are building, are constructing house day by day. They require a person to do installation. Number three, there is a fault detections. There is a fault, some problem in electrical machines. They require somebody to repair them.
Okay.
And number four, in electrical telecommunication option, there is growth in our country.
Okay.
People are using Wi-Fi. Even here in this studio, we require Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So whom shall do that? It is electrical technician person.
Okay.
So when you choose these electrical and electronics as your career path, believe me, you will make it and you will excel in life.
Paul, this course has attracted people from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
What can you say about that? Why should someone choose this as a career?
The first point is, for instance, in our government today, or in Kenya, or in this life we are living today, you can get being employed by the government. When you have done and completed your course, you can be employed by any institution. You can be employed by any company, and also you can employ yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, we normally say when you buy an electrical gadget, you buy an electric technician, because when you buy that gadget, they will require maintenance. Yeah, so this course, it is very important, and someone feels very better having done the course.
How do you see this multi-billion industry of electrical and electronics in the future?
It's going to advance, more of which we are coming up with more electrical gadgets, more electronics gadgets. Yeah, and we are also we are going on building houses. So by the time we are going, it is also going to enlarge, because we are needing more people, more qualified people, and people who are ready to do this course.
As we wind up, because my time is not on my side, I want you, Mr. Frederick, to tell us, why should someone choose electrical and electronics and come here to Uzuri Institute to get these?
Number one is that when you are choosing, when you are looking for a college, for you to go there to study electrical and electronics engineering, you have to consider practical skills. Number two, the schools, the level that it's offered. Number three, the equipment that are there. In Uzuri, one of the things that we have different from other institutions is, number one, we do equip our students with both theory and practical skills.
Okay.
And this one make them to be skilled students. We do give them knowledge on how to do electrical installations.
Okay.
Per week we do twice. That is on Wednesdays and on Fridays. Number two, we do teach and equip our students on how to do maintenance and repairs. And number three, we do teach our students on how to do Wi-Fi installations.
Okay.
So I would tell those people that they wish to do electrical and electronics engineering to choose Uzuri as the place for them to excel in electrical and electronics engineering.
Okay.
And it will help them and they will achieve their goal.
It will help them and to make sure that their goals are probably achieved or fulfilled. Brother Paul Mwangi and Frederick Likukandi, right?
Yes.
I got that name right. You see, this thing is heavy. Now, as we wind up, Brother Paul, kindly tell us the safety, what you need for you to have these electrical and electronics engineering course.
The safety clothing, or safety, what do you?
What I mean is that what do you need actually, apart from just coming here and getting to learn the course? Do you have some things that you need, probably the helmet and other things that you need probably to come and study that?
So at our electrical installation, we need a number of things. So the first thing is a helmet, and the second, We normally have an apron. You can come with an apron or a dust coat. The third thing are the clothing. It is safety boots, so to prevent any sharp object from entering from your body. So that are the clothing. So we normally have basic things or gadgets that we normally do in our field. So the key point or the first thing is a tester. You can come with a tester, a pliers, screwdriver. You can come with a spirit level, a tape measure. Yeah, those are the basic things. Although electrical installation normally have a lot of things that are a lot of final circuits that you are supposed to come with.
Okay.
Yes.
That is fair enough.
Yeah, those are the basics one. There are more that you are supposed to come with. Yeah.
Thank you so much, engineers, for having time and talking to us. Brother Frederick Lukandi, who is a lecturer or a tutor here at Uzuri Institute, and Paul Mwangi too is a tutor here at Uzuri Institute. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for having time to speak to us. Or there is something that you need to add on that before we wind up on issue concerning electrical and electronics?
Just to appreciate you for even giving us opportunity to tell people the importance of taking electrical and electronics engineering.
One last question, brother. With the experience that you have in doing electrical and electronics, what have you gotten? Or what are you able to give to that person who is coming to do electrical and electronics?
Number one, in engineering, we normally say that for the product to be good, the raw material must be good.
Okay.
You can witness, even you can ask how people perform here. They perform and they achieve and they excel simply because the one who equipped that knowledge was a good material.
Okay.
So number one, I have been able to train many. To train many both theoretically and practicals. Yeah. Number two, I have been able to do some installations.
So kwa wale watu ambao wanaogopa stima na wanataka kufanya hii course electrical and electronics, utawaambiaje?
Nitawaambia wasiogope. Ukiogopa utaingia kwa
lakini wanaogopa stima juu itawachapa. Ya, stima lazima ukikosa kuwa makini itakupoga vizuri. Lakini ukiwa ngangari haitakuguza.
Because thank you so much, gentlemen, for having time and talking to us. Remember, this is DGTV. As I said earlier, you can keep this conversation on our social media platform, DGTV, on social media. That is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also on TikTok and Twitter. We are there. You can put there a comment or probably a suggestion, and we will be glad on that. You can also give us a call or an SMS. Number is 0791300105. For those who have made these a possible thing, thank you so much to our guests, Frederick and Paul. My name is Joseph Okio. Let's see each other next week on a Career Talk. God bless you.